Hi everybody, it's Matt from Behind the Iron. Thanks for hanging out. I haven't made a video for probably about a week now. Unfortunately, from time to time, I do suffer from depression like a lot of people do. And when it hits me normally pretty hard. So I normally just withdraw from everything else and wait it out, which is what I've done. So I'm sorry about that. I am feeling a lot better, not 100% better, but definitely back on the mend. So today what I wanted to do for you, I really wanted to put a video out. It's killing me that I haven't done anything for a good week now. So one of the things that does make me happy is spending time in the kitchen, whether it be baking or cooking or something like this. So I wanted just to show you one of the things that I love to bake. My family enjoy it. I enjoy making it. I enjoy trying out different ways of baking and all that sort of thing. So we're in the kitchen now. This is my kitchen. I want to show you how I cook, or how I prepare and bake some bread that I enjoy to eat. So thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks for your patience. Thanks everyone for your well wishes. Really keen to get back into life again, and I'm excited to start bringing out more videos. I've got some really cool stuff out there. Those chili gummy bears have come in, so that's going to be interesting, as well as a whole bunch of other things. So welcome to my kitchen, and sit back and enjoy how I make my bread. Okay guys, let's get into it, hey? Okay, so into the bowl we add a whole packet, which I believe is a kilo of flour. This is just like a crusty loaf pre-mix. It's got everything you need in it. It's gluten and everything else. To this, I had a mixture that I've cooked up yesterday. Actually, it's a mixture of mushrooms, garlic, bacon, things like that. I cooked it up yesterday so that when you put it in, it's actually cold. Otherwise, it messes up the how the yeast works. So in all that goes. I don't know how much it is. As you can see, it's maybe about a cup. You don't want too much, otherwise it'll collapse. And obviously to this I add cheese. The reason why I add cheese to the actual loaf and not just on top is because it gives the loaf a little bit of stability, in my opinion. So basically, it's probably one full fist worth. My hands are quite thick, so I can't really get as much in my hand as other people can. So as you can see, but it all comes down to whatever it is you want. If you like cheese, add more. You have to experiment, otherwise, you can't just take my word for it. You got to make it your own. So we get this started for a little bit before we put the yeast in. Okay, it's time to put the yeast in. I just use powdered yeast. In this particular cup, there's about 6 teaspoons of powdered yeast, and obviously you need to make it so that it's lukewarm and give it a chance to grow before you put it into the dough. Alright, now that the dough's been mixed up, you've got all your ingredients in there. It's just a matter now of basically tightening up the dough. Now the way we do this is to knead the dough, or in other words, we fold the dough over on itself. So basically we flatten it, we roll it or we fold it, and then we flatten it, and we keep doing this. And when you do it enough, you'll notice that the dough becomes quite I guess you could say it's quite firm. And then what we can do, once we've got it to this stage, we can leave it. And I always let my dough rise once, then I flatten it down before putting it in the tin. I find that this makes the bread fluffier at the other end. Okay, we've let it rise. We're going to knock the air out of it just once. So basically it's just a matter of doing the exact same thing, squeezing all the air out of it, and we're going to fold it, and we're going to make it basically tight again. Now the reason why we let it rise one time is because if you don't, sometimes the bread can what we call open up, which means that where you've rolled it, it can become unrolled. So by letting it rise once and knocking it down again, you save any of that sort of drama. The bread turns out looking a lot fuller and a lot nicer. Alright, now it's time to give the dough a little bit of shape. I put mine in a bread tin. You can basically shape it however you want. You don't have to put it in a tin. I'm using baking paper purely because I'm going to add cheese and things like that to the top. And if it sticks to the pan, you're going to have a hell of a trouble trying to get it out afterwards. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm trying to make it roughly the same shape as the pan, so that when I put it in, it'll all rise up and it'll take the shape of a good looking loaf. Once you've done this, of course, decorate the top however you like. I use cheese, I use pieces of tomato, a little bit of Tuscan seasoning, but yeah, make it your own and enjoy the process.